I want to bring in Everett Kelly, president of the union, the American Federation of Government Employees, AFGE. Thanks so much for being on the program. And let me start with your reaction to the judge just granting your request to temporarily block the federal buyout program.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris. We really applaud the decision of this judge that really listened to the real issues and made a decision that I think is best for not just the workforce, but for America.
Well, it's interesting because Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary for the White House, just put out a statement. I don't know if you've seen it or heard it, but here's what she said, and I'll get your reaction on the other side. It's brief. We are grateful to the judge for extending the deadline so more federal workers who refuse to show up to the office can take the administration up on this very generous once-in-a-lifetime offer. What do you make of that statement?
I think that's misguided. This is what I'll say. And someone just shared this with me a few minutes ago. If you take the fork, you're destined to get the knife. OK, I don't think that is valid. I called it a sham from the beginning. And the evidence is showing that that's really what is going on here.
Well, what evidence are you talking about? And what specifically are you warning your members about?
Well, the uncertainty of the offer, OK? The offer is filled with a lot of confusion. It's so vague. There is no guaranteed funding. These are the things that I'm talking about. It's just left the members with so much confusion and fear because they keep getting, email or memorandum after memorandum, and the guidance is just not clear.
Give us a sense of your members. I think, you talk about the federal workforce, and it's easy to demonize a group, right, especially when it's being paid for with your tax dollars. But give us a sense of what you want the American public to know could happen or might be lost if this continues to go into effect.
Well, if it continues to go into effect, it's a lot of Americans that will be affected. Number one, if you get rid of the people that are servicing the veterans right now, who's going to process those claims? Or the Social Security Administration, who's going to process those claims to make sure that the civilians, or rather the American people, get their beneficiaries' issues resolved? Or who's going to make sure that the food we eat, is safe, or the air that we breathe is safe? Who's going to make sure that the skies that we fly in is safe? These are the services that, the federal workforce provide for the American people, which is essential services that need to be accomplished.
We spoke to two federal workers, one who was actually considering the buyout offer, the other who was terminated without warning, and I want to play what they told us.
Nobody wants to work in this type of condition where we're going to be in a psychological warfare for how long?
In 10, 15 days, this whole thing has just been turned upside down through no fault of my own. I don't know where my rent is coming from.
Are lawsuits, this lawsuit, your best offense, or what are your plans as a union to protect your workers? And what are you telling them about this very uncertain time that they cannot control, whether they decide they might want to take the buyout or not?
I'm asking people to stay focused on the issue, continue to do their job, which I know they will, because these are very patriotic employees that believe in servicing the American people. And I'm saying continue to do your job. We're going to fight this battle, but we're going to do this together, and we're not going to stop until justice has prevailed.